Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to assemble a model kit, and I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 blue emote into chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi. You can use other people's emotes. If you feel like being a lurker, you can go ahead and lurk. This is your permission to just chill out. It's totally okay. It's a Monday, and the plan is that we're going to keep working on the white Gundam from Gquuuuuux. This is the RX-782, but the Gquuuuuux version. It looks like this. It looks like someone was like, well, what if the RX-782 had a skeleton structure? Or skeletal structure, I guess I should say. And that's kind of the answer. What if it had more exaggerated features and required more stickers? That's basically it. And we're going to talk about things and things. In the second hour, we will talk about the final episodes of Frieren and Easygoing Territory Defense by the Optimistic Lord. That's Frieren Season 2, of course. Frieren Beyond Journey's End Season 2 and Easygoing Territory Defense by the Optimistic Lord. Two fantastic shows. Not surprising, my anime of the year so far was one of those two. I'll let you figure out which one. But yeah, first season has my favorite show of the year so far, so we'll see how things go in future ones. Yeah, we'll talk about a bunch of things and things. In the first hour, I feel like, let's go to the overhead camera. Let's look at our model kit. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Here's our model kit. As you can see right there, we got our head done, our chest done, the waist done, the arms are done. We've got a little bit of one of the legs done. We'll keep working on it. We still have so many goddamn stickers left. Like, these we don't have to worry about. But we have... these we'll have to put on some point. We'll have to put more of these on the other part of the leg here, like we did there. We'll have to do that, which is fine. I don't love the stickers that are to mask the thing, to kind of give that construction look instead of being layered plastic, because this is a high grade, so I understand. Hello, Lashbrook. Welcome. It's a high grade, so I get it. It's not going to be... it's not going to be all layers. Sometimes it's going to be stickers. Maybe too many stickers. Maybe too many stickers. Maybe. But there we go. And I don't even know what this one... I don't even know what that is. I think it might be for the weapon. I'm not even sure. But I got that as well. Anyway, let's keep working on this leg. So, if you didn't see my tweet out today... Not my tweet. I'm sorry, I did not mean to say that. If you did not see my skeet out there, my blue sky message. Hey, Lord Crashes in, welcome. I put a message out on Blue Sky, just giving a little bit of a personal detail in that a debt that I have had for quite some time just got paid off. And I don't go too far into it. But it is important to talk about these things, so I will talk about this. This was medical debt that I've had for a very long time. Throughout the past couple of years, I have had moments where I have raised some funds to help tackle that said debt, because I was trying to pay some stuff down on it because interest was going up on some stuff. Basically, it was a fixed no interest for a very long time, and then I exceeded that time, and then interest started compiling. And once interest comes into play, it's very hard to get above water without a dramatic change in your life. And I haven't had that dramatic change, so it was becoming pretty difficult. And so I buckled down. I figured out some other stuff, changed some things around, and I have paid off this medical debt. This medical debt is from 2019. And I only bring it up is to say it was fucking worth it. Do I wish I had paid it off sooner? Fucking of course I wish I had paid it off sooner. I wish I had paid it off. I wish that I had been able to pay it off at the time. I wish I had been able to get full-time employment at any point between 2019 and today. Sure. I wish that I had the money to pay more than the minimum, to have paid it off completely before interest kicked in, to have been able to pay it down so much that it wasn't a big deal, that there weren't times where I was close to letting it slip away from me. Sure. I'm not going to lie and pretend like I don't regret that. But, and again, I'm going to pick some of these words very carefully. I don't know if I had not made the choice I made in 2019 to get assistance when I needed it, I definitely would not be streaming still. I don't think I would be social, and I don't know if I would be here, is what I will say. I'm sorry to, at 10 minutes into the stream, get real with y'all, but it is important to say those things on occasion, to kind of bring them up and bring them forward. But this medical debt, I wish that it didn't exist, but I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to get help that I needed, and it was worth it in the long run. When I think about it, I'm glad that I took the plunge to get assistance that I needed, even if it did hang over me like a cloud for a very long time. And you might even say that perhaps having that cloud hang over me did not help the thing that I went into medical debt to help me with. But it did. It did, certainly. But, it was worth it. I certainly did not expect myself in 2026 to be saying, oh, yeah, I fixed that medical debt that I had. But I did. I did fix it. So I am genuinely happy to say that. I've said this on Blue Sky that I am not I'm not out of the tunnel, but I can see the light at the end of it. I haven't dug myself out of the hole, but I know, I have, I don't know, I'm feeling like I'm allowing myself to feel a little bit all right, yeah, I'm figuring this out. I'm making positive steps. I mean, honestly, and folks that have had debts like this in the past can recognize this. This is not me speaking at, I don't think, at school here. Next month, I don't have to allocate that money to it. I can allocate it to other things. Could pay down some other stuff. I can fix some other things. I can put it into the savings account if I wanted to, my savings account. I could do that. I could put it towards something. I could put it towards another trip to New York, because at some point, I gotta go back to New York, because at some point I gotta, if I'm not moving to New York, which it does not seem like that is in the cards for me anytime soon, at some point, I gotta take the stuff that matters to me in that storage unit, and I gotta throw away the stuff that doesn't matter to me, and I gotta stop paying for a storage unit in Brooklyn, at some point. I didn't know how long I'd be down here when I made the decision to move most of my stuff into storage. In 2020, when I recognized that, oh man, I can't afford to live in Brooklyn in this apartment during the pandemic. Also, I was planning to take some time to go home anyway to be with family for some stuff to be support. I don't know how long I'm going to be there. I'll put most of my stuff in storage and just take what I need with me. If I had known I would still be here in 2026. Hey, guess what? I would not have done that. I would have sold a bunch of stuff. I would have given away a bunch of things. I would have borrowed more money to ship more things to here. And I've only been once. I went to go do a bunch of interviews and hang out with some people and see a wrestling show and go to my storage unit. And the thing I did in my storage unit was that I swapped some shirts around, and I threw away a couple things that I was like, I don't need this. And I got all of the League of Heels stuff. I took the League of Heels stuff because I was like, well, we might do League of Heels again someday, and I don't want to have to come here to this storage unit to get it. So like the wrestling belt and a few other odds and ends, I have possession of those things because I was like, well, I kind of want to have this with me. So, but I didn't close out my storage unit. That would have taken longer because, like, hey, here's the thing. I'm going to need a bunch of money to do that. Not only am I going to have to get to New York, I'm going to have to get to New York. I'm going to have to stay in New York. I'm going to have to go to my storage unit. I'm going to have to pay someone to haul a bunch of stuff away. But I'll also have to go and take out things and bring them to and figure out a way to transport some things to wherever I'm staying. So theoretically, I would want to stay in Brooklyn in Williamsburg or Greenpoint so that I could be close to the storage unit, because there are things that I'm going to want to, and I also have to go when I can get to the post office or a shipping, like a place to ship things. I would probably have to do that. Because like that, so that's like already so much money. And again, paying someone to haul stuff away. Shipping things to here. There shouldn't be any fees, but you never know if there are going to be fees with closing the storage unit and all of that, because it's an ongoing contract. I wouldn't be breaking a contract or anything, but still, there could be hidden money in that where they're like, oh, well, you got to pay this thing or whatever. You never know. That's a ton of money. And so I'm going to need to have capital in order to do that. Because, and believe me, I'm not this guy. I'm just not this guy. But I was like, well, if I'm going to go all the way to New York to get the stuff that I don't want them to toss if I suddenly stop paying for the storage unit, then I'm going to have to go up there anyway. If I'm going up there, I might as well clean out the storage unit and make things fair. Because there are things, there's things in there that like I can't let go of. I've been paying for that storage unit all this time because they're like, if there are a few things in there that are irreplaceable, so I won't replace them. Right? That's the feeling I have there. There are a few things in there that I cannot, that I can live without day to day. Like they're in New York. They're not here, right? They're in Brooklyn. I'm in South Carolina. But there are a few things that I'm like, nah, I can't not have those things. The real solution is, Pat, just fucking get your driver's license again. Get your driver's license again. Borrow the 4-door car, the good car of the two cars. Drive to New York. Load it up with a bunch of stuff. Take that stuff to wherever you can to dump it. Come back. Load up the van, or it's not a van. It's a 4-door, but it's got a good trunk and a lot of room in the back, and the seats fold down, so you can really fit a lot in there. And there's a roof. There's stuff up for the roof there. Fill that up with as much junk as you need, and then leave. So some of it is furniture, Lashbrook. There is a nice day bed that I saved that has to get rid of. Right? I don't want that. There is a dresser that came to New York from Connecticut that I do want. It's sentimental family value that has lived within the Bears for many generations. I would like to have that piece of furniture. There's some other stuff that doesn't matter as much. There's a nice table that I wouldn't mind keeping that folds, that I like a lot, that I don't need, but I would probably want. Like my TV that's in there was old when I put it into storage. I don't need to take that TV. I can throw that TV away. I I do have a computer monitor in there that is nice. It's now old, but it was like pretty new. That I didn't ship all my computer monitors here because my thought was, well, I'll ship one with my PC, and then I'll keep one because I'm going to need it leading up to when I fly down there, and then I'll I'll just buy a second one and then leave it there, for when I'm visiting and stuff. That was the original plan. Now that's obviously been very different. But yeah, there's sentiment. My saxophone is in there. I've had that saxophone for 20 years. It's junk and not worth any money, but like it's still my saxophone. I want that. But yeah, the smart thing would be to get my license again, and then get on insurance on the car, and then drive that car up. Take the trip, come up here, and get myself the stuff that I want to take, and then take the stuff I don't want, as much stuff that I don't want, and junk that, and then do it over 2 days and plus driving time. Just do that. Stay, and then but then also if I'm taking my vehicle up there, then I need an Airbnb either with a parking space I can use, or I have to find a place to park on the street, which of course plenty of people do. It's not weird, but and then also I have to drive in New York. I don't want to do that. I mean, I will, but I don't want to. All right, this leg is done. We can pan align it. Then we can work on the left leg, but we gotta get some paint on here. Anyway, I mean that's I don't have the money for that. But now that I have paid down this debt, this medical debt, I have the opportunity to do things like next month I'm getting glasses, and it's almost April. In April, I'm getting new glasses. It's long overdue. I'm going to get an eye exam. I'm going to get some goddamn glasses. I'm very excited about that. That is the first thing that is happening. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to get some goddamn new glasses. That'll be really nice. I'm picking up a few odds and ends on stuff, and then start saving up for all that stuff. I mean, honestly, closing this, the real thing is I have enough to furnish a bedroom plus some other stuff. I have a computer chair that is nice that I probably wouldn't take. I'd probably just put on the street for someone to pick up. I drive a few blocks away and leave it on the street because someone would fucking take that. There is some stuff that people would just take, and then I would leave other things by somebody else's trash cans and just see if people wanted some stuff. But I mean, the dream is that there is a reason for me to move back to New York, and I just move back to New York, and then I have stuff to furnish a place. But that is really unlikely at this point. So I got to think about other things. Got to think about other things and other ways to do things. I don't know. That's where I'm at. But it is good news. It is good news that I have an opportunity that I don't feel completely swallowed up right now, which is great. That for at least the next, I mean, look, things could change. The work that I do, I do commission work. So if that work dries up or gets weird or somebody's delaying payments and all that, then I might be stuck. But right now, projected wise, things are pretty okay for the first time in a while. So that feels good. Last night, I watched a Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling show that was phenomenal. It was a long-ass show. They called it Grand Princess. It's their WrestleMania. It's their Wrestle Kingdom. It's their very big show. And it was really good. Every belt changed hands. New International Princess Champion. New Tag Champions. New Princess of Princess World Champion. They got new belts, new redesigns of the belts, all new champs. And yeah, great show. Fun, really fun wrestling. Good bits of business. Yeah, just enjoyed it thoroughly. there was a moment in the show that I'll bring up that was very funny to me. So they pulled out all the stops here. We had guest stars from AEW on the show, international stars, in title matches. They went all out to kind of make this a big show. And one of the things they did was they have a team crew that are really into Sentai and like Kamen Rider stuff and that kind of thing. And they like have like a club, and it's a whole cute, dorky bullshit. Shoko Nakajima and Kazuhira Haru and Yuki Aino all have this shared love for this kind of stuff. So they were going to be facing some tough competition, and they needed help. So bringing them to the ring were licensed by the Sentai people 3 Red Rangers, because they did a whole series a while back that was all Red Rangers, like the Power Rangers, but they're Sentai. There was a dragon guy and a ninja guy, or a dinosaur guy. He was a dinosaur guy and a ninja Red Ranger, and then also the Go-On Ranger. That's G-O dash capital G lowercase o dash capital O lowercase n. Go-On Ranger. The Go-On Ranger came to the ring with Haru, who is just graduated from high school, but is a solid wrestler, solid worker, and she's got a lot of heart. Loves it. Loves what she's doing. Big dork, but also like she spent her graduation money on new wrestling gear that is just stupid looking in the best way possible. And dyed her hair blue because now she's not in high school, so she can dye her hair like her favorite wrestlers dye their hair. And she bought some premium Bandai stuff. She bought some more Kamen Rider belts and stuff. And so I applaud her for that. Anyway, she comes to the ring with Go-On Ranger, and she does her pose for her name, and then the Ranger does her pose as well. And then the Chiron, the lower third card, comes up below it. And it does say Go-On Ranger, but there's no dash. And the go and the on are all capital letters. And it just says Goon Ranger. It just says Goon Ranger. There's no other way to describe it. It says Goon Ranger. And the English commentary, Mr. Haku, the senior English commentary announcer, just goes, he's the Go-On Ranger, not the Goon Ranger. It's like, yeah, all right. Now, you might ask yourself, Pat, did you clip that and send it to Mafu at Botchamania? And the answer to that is yes, I did. It will be my 3rd submission, my 2nd TJPW submission to Botchamania. But yes, I am sending a clip to Botchamania. I did already. I already clipped it, and I already sent it, and it gave an explanation of what was going on. And the response first, thanks, Pat. It was, the first response was, oh no. And then the second response was, thanks, Pat. Actually, no, this is my 4th clip. I've sent a TJPW clip where Palmer Izuku dropped the belt she was holding in her entrance pose because she wasn't used to holding a belt and doing that entrance. I sent a clip in of a suplex off a ladder onto a chair, and they completely missed the chair. And then the announcer goes, ooh, didn't get all of that one. And then I sent a clip in of this guy dressed as the Hulk for a kid's party, and he trips and falls right on his face, like entering the room. He's like, and he falls. And so I took audio from the Shockmaster's entrance. If you've never seen the Shockmaster, please look it up. WCW Shockmaster entrance. But I just took the audio from that and put it over that. And that was my crowning achievement. My name appeared in Botchamania because of that clip. I was very, very happy. Very dumb. It was a very quick edit. I made that in Clip Clamp. And it was very easy to do. But anyway, one leg is done. All cleaned up, ready to be put on our kit. Boom. There it goes. Thing's starting to look like a thing. We got more stickers to put on Like basically right away. B40 and then 3 stickers on B40. Anyway, I did send that clip in. Overall, lovely show. Very fun, very long, but very good. TJPW puts on a great show. They've got 2 shows in Canada coming up. Their first time in Canada. And also, this is fucking crazy. It's 2026. And Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling is about to make history by being the first ever Joshi promotion, all women's wrestling promotion. The first Japanese women's promotion to put on a show in Canada. All Japan never went to Canada. All Japan Women. Stardom never went to Canada. Gaia has never been to Canada. Nobody. They are going to be the first all-women's Japanese promotion to ever do a show in Canada in 2026. Gonna be good. And then they're also doing a show in Vegas. They're not part of the collective. They're doing a separate show. I have not heard about how to watch those yet. Hopefully they will just be on Wrestle Universe and I won't have to pay extra money to watch them, but I don't know. I don't have the information about that yet. I would like to get that information. All right, I need stickers 12, 14, and 16. That's going to be 14, 16, and that's 12. Okay. But I'm excited for them. I have not figured out my schedule for all of the goddamn wrestling I'm going to watch WrestleMania week. And of course, the point of order, none of what I'll be watching has anything to do with WWE because I don't watch anymore. WrestleMania week to me is all of the other cool bonus bullshit. So I will be watching that stuff. I will, for the month of April, I should do that soon, get a subscription to Triller Plus. While I can, because, man, I think Triller might be fucking donezo. I'm starting to wonder if Triller's going to be fucking dead in the water. They did not post earnings for last year, which is not a good sign. And AEW jumped off the platform. AEW right now, my AEW is their fast channel and also a way to watch shows outside of the United States and Canada. And for a while there, that was just AEW Plus on Fight TV. You could just get that and watch it that way. They're not allowing new signups for that, so they're still supporting it. If you have it, you can keep it, but the writing is on the wall. And the man, I forget his full name, but the man who goes by the name Orange Crush, who is a producer of many things, including wrestling, is putting together a consortium. He is going to make an attempt to purchase just the wrestling stuff on Fight, just the wrestling apparatus, and not any of the other stuff that they do. To which I say, good luck. It would be nice if someone purchased that and tried to do something with it that was not the current people who are just fucking suffering. Who knows? I can't tell you if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but it is an idea. Good luck to it. But yeah, I still don't. I never got HBO Max. I don't have my AEW and use it with a VPN. Certainly, that is a thing I could do. I have not made the choice to do that. B26. I have not made the choice to do that stuff right now. Sorry, I gotta find. This is A. That's why couldn't I find the piece I was looking for? Because I was wrong. Sprue. Yeah, no, I have been keeping my eye on various things and things with those services. Right now, my parents still pay for cable, and I live here with them. So I still have TBS and TNT. I can watch them on my computer in the house. So I do that. It has not become a thing where I'm like, oh, I gotta stop doing that. So because I still want to do it, it doesn't make sense. Now, at a certain point, it will probably make sense to like get my AEW if like what I want to do is just get it for a month and pay for it for a month and then see if like I have been led to believe that you can, if you wanted to, of course. This is only if you wanted to. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to do any of this. But if you wanted to, use my AEW. You would simply have to travel to a different country there and then travel back and not close your browser. But you can travel back to the United States once you've got the thing loaded and it'll just work. I don't know if that's true. Because if you only need to have the VPN when you log in and start it, and then you can swap out of the VPN and just go back to your regular business, then that makes a lot of sense to do. If you can't do that, if you have to always be logged in the VPN, then that doesn't make any sense. Then that's not worth it. And at that point, you might as well just get HBO Max. Also, there is a thing where, and this is kind of nice. If you're paying for my AEW, then you're paying for the pay-per-view with rates from another country. I probably should sub to my AEW instead of buying pay-per-views on Fight, as is clearly cheaper if that really is a pay-per-view every month. Yes. But some part of me likes the idea of owning them, even though I never replay them. Well, also, Ashbrook, I do want to just say, we don't know how long Fight is going to continue to be a thing. So for me, I get them on Amazon because I'm not getting a discount on Amazon, right? But I do it through Amazon because I'm already in the ecosystem for Amazon. You don't pay tax on it for some reason. At least I don't have to pay tax on pay-per-views. And also, I always have promotional credits piled up from buying things on Amazon. And I don't use those promotional credits for anything but the pay-per-views. But I probably should at least see how like they feel, how they work, what there is like of that. So I'm thinking about trying out my AW and just seeing like, I don't have people to split it with. I'm not paying $50 pay-per-view. Lashbrook totally makes sense. Yes, I am splitting the cost of a pay-per-view, and it would be nice to save money on that for sure. But really what it is there's like, it just, so far, it has, really what it was, like, I don't have to pay any money to watch the 2 weekly wrestling shows, the TV ones. So it doesn't, to me, it never made sense to spend money to do that. But right now, was like 2026 AEW pay-per-views schedule. Like, they haven't announced all of them, right? But based on previous things, we know that there is you get Super Card of Honor. That doesn't matter to me. I don't care about that. But there's there's Dynasty next month. So we go Revolution, Dynasty, Double or Nothing, and then nothing scheduled right now for June or July, but probably Forbidden Door is probably in there. But they haven't said when. Then you got All In August. And then All Out is in September. So All In and All Out, assumed All Out in September. Wrestle Dream assumed in October. Full Gear assumed in November. World's End assumed in December. So like, I don't think they're going to go and add in one in so either in June or July there will be Forbidden Door assumed. But right now, like, there's nothing else that's been added. But like all but 1 month, we'll have a pay-per-view from now on to the end of the year. So like, if you can get the discount, you should get the discount. But like I said, I'm going to try my AEW on just like a weekly thing and just see if like the VPN makes any sense to just watch like that. I will say, when in conversation with people, I don't like that the HBO feed is slightly ahead of the TBS or TNT broadcast. I don't love that. So I'm like, I also don't. Hey, I'll say this right now, folks. I don't enjoy local ads. Local TV ads that play, boy, I fucking hate those. Got some real dumb fucking ads right now. We're getting into some local elections here in South Carolina, and oh boy, I am sick of fucking ads about the goddamn elected leaders in my state that will probably get reelected and certainly don't need to be advertising themselves in any way, shape, or form. Lindsey Graham spending money on that is just insane, because it's like, why, Lindsey? You're gonna get reelected. It's fine. Yeah, it sounds real good. So if I could instead not have those ads, that would be pretty good. Get the fight feed on my AEW. That sounds pretty good. This is the wrong piece. I popped the wrong piece out. I need B28. That's this piece here. But yeah, if I could avoid that, that would be good. There is some news on a Monday. Unfortunately, most of it is layoffs. So we will get into those. Pixelberry is a mobile studio, and this is their second layoffs in 2 years. No official word. They are best known for the mobile game Choices. All of the art I see for these games looks awful, but still, it sucks that people have lost their jobs. Apparently it was 9 people. That's a bummer. We don't know how many people got laid off in 2024. Pixelberry is owned by Nexon. So, yeah. They got acquired in 2017. And then, apparently, Series Entertainment is a generative AI developer, which makes sense for looking at the art. I think the generative AI bubble is going to burst for a lot of these as sentiment for AI just gets worse and worse among gamers. I think these AI studios that were trying to just work with a smaller crew and ride the wave are finding that people are not interested in the wave. And the quick cash that they were looking for is suddenly not there and not quick. It's suddenly a problem for them. Let's see. Blind Spot, the game Blind Spot, which is a 5-on-5 top-down tactical shooter made by Arc Team and the PUBG Corporation, because it is a PUBG spinoff called PUBG Blind Spot is their full name. Launched in early access on February 5th and announced, hey, 2 months into it, this is not going to work. Let's see. Came to the conclusion that we are no longer able to sustainably provide a level of experience we set out to deliver through early access. The game has already been shut down and is no longer available for purchase on Steam. It is rated at mostly positive with about 1,500 reviews. It is a thing that I knew came out. I knew it went to early access. but I don't think I heard anything about it from anybody that plays those kinds of games. Like, I wasn't sure if it hit that, but yeah, obviously did not do well enough to justify continuing to be a thing for Crafton. So it's gone. Early access, friends. Fuck Crafton. Eidos Montreal has made a bunch of cuts. They are, of course, they are Embracer. This is all, unfortunately, Embracer news I hate. The only Embracer news I like is when I say, hey, this studio that used to be under Embracer just fucking got the money together to get out of there, and they've been debraced. It's only fun news when people debrace. When they are still braced, it is unfortunate. This is not coming together right. I put this in upside down. I put this in wrong. I'm now noticing. So let me get my spudger. I got to flip this around because this will not fit into here because I did it incorrectly. I'm looking at it and I recognize this is wrong. I did this wrong. So we'll see if I can separate this easily or if it's going to be a fucking problem. But I'm just going to try to wedge in my spudger here and kind of twist and pull it apart. I got to get this side plate off without breaking it. So I'm just going to use that. I might even use my nail a little bit here. And I'm just going to spend my time working this apart. Yes. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, I put it in wrong. It's user error. So let's see. The reduction of workforce. This is for, again, Eidos Montreal. 124 employees across production and support teams. And then also the studio leader, David Onfossey, who is a veteran of many such Eidos Montreal games, including Deus Ex. He is also stepping down among the cuts. You don't often see that. That may have been a thing that was always planned. It may have been a desperation move. It may just be, well, I don't fucking want to stick around for this shit. We're laying off 124 people. Well, yeah, I don't want to be embraced anymore. I'm out. So we don't know. They do not have an announcement about who is the new studio head. They literally, their announcement is just like, we'll have more to say about this. A transition plan is underway and further updates will be shared as new leadership is finalized. So the finalized part is the part where you're just like, oh shit, yeah. They were like, hey, we're doing this. And he was like, okay, I'm out. That's what it seems like anyway. Of course, I don't have any institutional knowledge about that. I don't have any insider information, but sure fucking seems like they were like, oh, hey, we're going to do this. And he was like, not with me. Okay, so pop this out, flip this over, put this on like that. Put this, wait. Okay. And then put this back on like that. And then take this, put it here. Hell yeah, I did it. This is the second leg. It should have been easier. Apparently last December there were 75, there were earlier cuts in December and they had layoffs in March of last year as well. And apparently they have been working on a bunch of stuff. They were working on a game that they paused development on so that they could work on Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy 2021. And they've been working on some Xbox titles. They helped develop Fable, the new Fable, and Grounded 2. all the while working on this game that's been in development in some way, shape, or form since 2019, that they were like, this is just not going to fucking happen. And probably pivoting should have happened before now. One could make the generalization that perhaps the pivoting should have happened before they got this fucking deep into it. But it sucks. An update on the Epic layoffs, the vast amount of layoffs from Epic. We start to put some names and some faces to the people because it is so many fucking people. And one of those people was Mike Prinky. Mike Prinky, longtime employee, was laid off. He's one of the 1,000. The thing about Mike is that, and of course, everyone's got a story, right? Mike's story is that he has been fighting brain cancer. And in fact, been fighting terminal brain cancer. And by being laid off, and there will be a severance package for sure, but now he doesn't have life insurance. And guess what, folks? He ain't gonna get new life insurance because he has a pre-existing condition, because those are back. They've been back for a while. So obviously, you can have the callous take that Epic doesn't owe anybody anything. Or you could have, I would say, the generous take that losing your job shouldn't commit your family to financial ruin while they watch their husband and father pass away. And it's fucked. And if you're like, well, 1,000 people got laid off, and like whatever dumb bullshit you want to say, they knew who this guy was. They knew. And they did it anyway. And they don't have to be nice. But, fuck Tim Sweeney. His wife put out a statement originally on Facebook that spread. Was mentioned that he took medical appointments, had previously taken paid leave. His condition wasn't a secret. It's not like he kept it from everybody and then everyone's just finding out now. It's like, no, they knew. He wasn't hiding it. They're looking for contingency stuff. They're hoping the paperwork stuff, there might be something. His wife is debating whether or not to start a GoFundMe, but they want to see if, they're talking to lawyers and figuring all that stuff out. And a gut-wrenching statement that we should be spending every possible moment treasuring the time we have left as tumors are actively bleeding into Mike's brain, but instead we have to rush to try to figure out our life insurance as fast as possible. At any time, Mike could have his third major event and be unresponsive. At that point, you will not have the ability to track all this stuff down, which is just fucking heartbreaking. They have to go through this. Obviously, yeah, like this kind of thing shouldn't be tied to employment, and we're a sick fucking country for making it that way. And yeah, people are rightly so responding to Tim Sweeney's fucking dumb posts about the layoffs with being like, I hope you're fucking happy. I will say that this afternoon, Tim Sweeney did post on X saying the company is in touch with Mike, which of course, fuck off. Fuck off, Tim Sweeney. Go to fucking hell. Go buy another fucking forest and live there, you piece of shit. Ugh. Disgusting. Well, I wasn't even sure if I was going to bring it up, but it's really just fucking sad. I'm going to end this segment, not the stream, of course, this segment. But I did save one. I did save a light one. So that, honestly, I just didn't want to talk about something that sad and infuriating and then go, and now we're going to take a pause at the cause. So I want to end on something a little positive. 13 years after the game came out, someone has earned a platinum trophy in Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 Plus without cheating. That is the important part, because people have done it, quote unquote, but they are dirty cheaters, and this person is not a dirty cheater. Lord Crashin wants me to hit the dance button. I will. Congratulations to the dance button to TQVRY Curvy. This one's for you. So this is according to PSN profiles. Curvy is the first person to have a verifiable 100% completed Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 Plus and earned the platinum. Based on the stats tracked by the site, it took Curvy 20 months from start to finish of focusing on doing this, apparently. Obviously, off and on, not in one, not working in one batch, but off and on took that long, which is impressive. The Trophy Dynamic Duo, which requires you to beat all of Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2's mission on turbo difficulty with a co-op partner. That's the part. It's the turbo difficulty, and it has to be co-op. You have to beat every mission. Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma 2 on the PlayStation 3, as well as the port of the game in the Master Collection, allows you to go online and find a real human partner to complete the challenge with. Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma 2 Plus on the PS Vita, instead, because they couldn't do that on the Vita, you had to do it with a computer-controlled partner. That's why no one's done it for real without cheating, is because you have to do it with AI. It's a Ninja Gaiden game that's Risco's trophies and achievements to collect. Yes, but it's really just, it's because of the Vita. He live streamed it. The AI-controlled co-op partner is infuriatingly terrible. Most of the attempts open with their partner getting immediately dog-walked within the first 5 seconds. Yeah, just like immediately they just fuck up and ruin the whole thing. And it's fucking wild. 10-hour-long video isn't the entire challenge, just one mission. Said mission requires you to fight 3 bosses at once. So it's a 3-on-1 because your co-op buddy is going to instantly die and not help you. Because again, people have done it on the other versions of the game because they had friends to play with and they did not have to rely on the computer. It's fucking awesome. This is fucking great. And apparently one of the bosses bugged out, and that's how he was able to. They were able to do it. Again, I don't. It wasn't like they triggered it. It just happened, and they don't know why. It's just dumb luck. Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma 2 Plus is platinum because PSN profiles will display all the non-legitimate trophy unlocks when you hover over the true percentage. In addition to this, 2 other people have apparently unlocked the platinum in the past. But so you could say They're the third person to ever do it, but they're the first person to stream it to prove that it was genuine because they streamed all their attempts. But congratulations. It's, yeah. Co-op is always the bane of trophy hunters. People that are going out there doing the trophy work. It's always the thing that really fucks them up is the co-op or multiplayer achievements. Those are always the nightmare. So yeah, congratulations to you. Well fought. All right, I still have to panel line this leg, but then we'll be done with it, and then we can work on the backpack and the weapons. And the shield. We might actually finish this kit by the end of the stream. I didn't think we would. I thought we would be finishing this kit on Thursday, and we still might not. Let's be real. There is more stuff to do. There are more things to build. We are not out of the woods here. There are still big stickers that have to go on this shield, and I kind of don't want to do them, so we might not. By the very least, we're going to get body kit complete on this. Body complete anyway. Because I got to panel line this during the pause, or after the pause, I should say. But yeah, we might finish this. I don't know. I got to run a poll for my $10 patrons about what I'm going to start next, so I got to figure that out. But whatever. That's a problem for future Pat. Present Pat is going over here. Now is the part of the stream where I'm going to talk to you, that's right, you, about ways that you can support me and what I do here. Everything I'm about to talk to you is optional. You're under no obligation to do any of these things, but if you would like to, I would love that, and you're welcome to jump and help me out. First and foremost, if you're currently a subscriber to the Build with Bear workshop, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 Blue emote. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here through Cash Money or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link it with your Twitch and get Twitch Prime, and you can use that token for anybody. And if you feel like using it for me, your friend Pat, well, that would be just cool. Cool as hell. And you could do that. You don't have to, but you could. You could gift a sub. We're almost at the end of the month, but why not? Get on the leaderboard. Also, bits and coins always appreciated if you just want to throw me some cheer and be top of the cheerleader board. This is the last build stream of the month. There's one more stream tomorrow, closing out the month in style with some fucking Hearthstone, because there was a new expansion, and I got new decks to fucking play. I got new dumb decks to show you. And I will show them to you tomorrow. But right now, we're talking about this stuff. So there are other ways to support me. I mentioned I have a Patreon, patreon.com/PatBear. Over on my Patreon, there's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. And there are different rewards for the different tiers. And I would like you to consider joining me on Patreon. My $10 patrons, tomorrow, I'll put a poll up about what I'm working on next, because I might be finishing this tonight or getting close to it, but I'll definitely need something for Thursday stream. So I'll put a poll up probably tomorrow. Looking for people to start voting. I've got some cool shit in my backlog, including a third-party kit that I would be interested in seeing how that works. It's been a while since we worked on a third party. Most recently worked on a bootleg, but we haven't worked on a third party. So I'd be interested in taking a look at that. But anyway, that's for neither here nor there. I have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/PatBear. And over on the YouTube, of course, you can, sorry, that copied weird. Over on the YouTube, you can, of course, subscribe for free, and I would encourage you to do so. But while you're there, consider maybe, just maybe, hopping over on the old YouTube and becoming a member. For just $2 a month, you'll get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday, so you're always a day ahead of everybody else. So consider it. It's a thing you could do if you wanted to. Let's see. What else? Those are all monthly ways to support me. If you just want to throw something in a tip jar, I've got a Ko-Fi and a PayPal, and you can make a direct donation that way. And everything I make through direct donations through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me out, through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund. And from that fund, I pull money out to buy model kits and Lego sets and equipment on occasion. The breakout box I use to capture this overhead camera that I was recently upgraded because of your generosity. So thank you very much for that. Now, this kit that I'm currently working on was bought off my Amazon wish list. If you would also like to do that and say, no, Pat, don't build from your backlog, build the thing that I want you to build, you could go to my Amazon wish list and buy something there. Anything you purchase will be sent to me in the mail, of course. And then it will jump the queue and be the next thing I work on. And I'll make a dedicated video for my YouTube channel. It's still on sale. If you want to see me build a Optimus Prime, there's one for $15 right now. But I got Lego sets and model kits, inexpensive kits, very fucking expensive kits, all kinds of things. Some gear, if you just want to help me out by picking up some gear, all kinds of things that I would be happy to work on. And build or just use and think of you when I'm use it. Yeah, that's a way to help me out if you are so inclined. See if there's something there you'd like to pick up. There's only one kit, only one build from Witch for Mercury that I have not put together, and it's the Tikbalang. The Tikbalang is still there. That's the transport. It's it's a small little kit that you just put a model kit on, and you can stand on it or hang underneath it, which is kind of neat. That's the only thing from the entire series that I haven't put together, other than the SDMG of the Ariel. There is the chibi, but really complex chibi. I haven't built that. I think, yeah, that's it. Which I have on the wish list as well. The Gundam Ariel MGSD is on there. It is fucking expensive, but it's on that wish list. If that's something you think like, oh, hell yeah, Pat, you should build that, you could buy it. My alternative to Amazon is I have a wish list on Throne. Consider that. See if there's something there you'd like to pick up on my Throne wish list. And if you want to support me financially, but it has to be convoluted and involve many steps, if that's your win condition, go to USA Gundam Store. Buy a gift card there. And then send me a whisper on Twitch or a private message on Blue Sky or Mastodon with your gift card code that you got in your email from USA Gundam Store, and then I'll buy something from USA Gundam Store with the money that you sent me. Yeah, I think it's like cool. That's a cool thing that you could do. If you wanted to. If you want to support me, but you don't want to spend any money, I get it. I've got a Discord, and you can join that Discord and hang out, and then you'll know about the streams I'm doing. You'll be able to chat with like-minded individuals. It's a fun little place that we welcome you in. Couple video links for you to check out. Today, I put up an episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club that was recorded live on Twitch last Tuesday. It was my winter wrap-up and my spring preview, because there's so much fucking anime every season, and I talked about a lot of it. It's a 2-hour video. I would love for you to check it out. And then Kuma Baer is my weekly anime recommendation series. This video I put up in the month of March. We're currently in there. And I spent every video in March talking about some of my favorite girls doing things shows, which to me just means it's a all-female cast, or maybe supporting males, but the primary characters are all female, and they interact with one another and they do stuff. Generally, it's one thing that the show is kind of like building around, but it could be multiple things. In this case, it's Nichijou, which is just a fucking weird ass show. It is the spiritual prequel, or the spiritual, to City, the animation, one of my favorite shows of last year. And it is a wild, weird ass show. It is so fucking funny. Please watch my 1-minute video gushing about how it's so creative and bizarre, and the animated Kyoto did such a gorgeous job with it. It is beautiful and silly and funny. God, it's so fucking funny. Please watch my 1 minute video about that cool ass shit. Now, what's going to happen is I have some anime that I want to talk to you about. But before I can get into that anime, talking about episode 12 and episode 12 of 2 shows, I need to drink some water. I'm desperate need for that water. And we got to go get back to the overhead camera to continue working on this kit. And we'll do all of that stuff right now. All right, let's panel on this leg, and I'll talk to you about the 10th and final episode of Season 2 of Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, and also the 12th and final episode of probably only Season 1 of Easygoing Territorial Defense by the Optimistic Lord. I don't think that's going to be a second season. Maybe it will. I don't fucking know. Anyway, all right, so our party is still traveling. They crossed the big lake that they had to wait around for it to be better weather to do, which slowed them down. They crossed that lake. They are now coming across the deepest canyon on the North Plateau continent, which is, it's so wide that they can't use magic to get across. They can't fly over. They can't risk it. It would be too dangerous. And they certainly, Stark isn't going to be able to jump the thing. So they're like, okay, there's a bridge near here. Frieren knows there's a bridge. They go by the bridge. And they notice, oh yeah, this is a bridge that was made by a dwarf centuries ago. It's well known in the area. But it's not being used. And that's fucking weird, right? Why aren't people using this bridge? It's secure. Well, as they start going on it, they realize, oh, bird monsters attack anyone who crossed the bridge. That's not good. So our party decides the best course of action is to find their nest and fight all these goddamn birds. And then we even have a flashback where we get some information about this bridge and how important it is and all that. And so we know this is a big deal. They gotta get this shit done. This is not a flight of fancy. This is helpful. So they fight the birds, beat all their asses, and then they cross the bridge, and they come across a town that was nearby. And this town became a thing because it was people who had been traveling on the bridge and stopping on the way, and because of the bridge, this town was able to exist. So the people there are fucking stoked. They're just like, you killed all the bird monsters? Hell yeah. So they have a big celebration. And then they're still traveling because we're going a little bit of a brisk pace in some of this here. But they're traveling. They're out of money, so they take a job killing a monster. But it's a giant wolf thing. I don't think it's a Fenrir, but it's a big old wolf, and it's good at sensing mana. So it's hard to kind of beat because it can kind of like, you can't sneak up on it. You can't get spells ready. But we do have to remember that Fern is, for a human, she's really fucking skilled at long distance magic. So she gets outside of the maximum range and manages to land a hit from there. That by the time the monster reacts, it's over. They decide to camp overnight because of the weather and also, the time of day it is. So they camp, and then when they wake up, Fern and Frieren take a time to look at the crystals in this area, because this is like a mining area. In the sun, the snow crystals glimmer, and hey, they put some money into this episode. It's fucking gorgeous. And Frieren kind of comments about like, hey, Demon King got defeated. We're in an era where there are a lot of people that can be in the Northern Plateau and see these things. It's nice. It's a nice little acknowledgement that she did good in the past. And then we learn a bit about the next arc. We get a preview, a little bit of a preview, a tease of the next arc where Denkin, you may remember Denkin as the old man mage from the mage exam at the end of season 1. He was doing all of this because he wanted to go back to his hometown, which is in the Northern Plateau, and he couldn't go there unless he got permission. But he's on a mission to go there. And so we see some other people from that thing. He gets some information, and he's heading towards the Golden City. And he's going to fight a demon lord that's been sealed there. Or not demon lord, but one of the 7 demons. One of the 7 sages of destruction. Mox of the Golden Land. And that's going to be our next arc. A lot of flashbacks, a lot of Dekken. Is Frieren and crew involved? You bet your ass they are. Our second Heroes Party will get involved in the shit. But that's season 3. And season 3 is coming in October of 2027. So it'll be a year and 5 months until Frieren time. Once again. Which is okay. Was season 2 better than season 1? No. It didn't fucking have to be. Was it fucking awesome? Hell yeah, it was. This season whipped ass. It was so fucking good. There were moments that I didn't fully remember because it's been a long time since I watched since I read the manga of these chapters. But I thought it was fantastic. Also, this was not the team that did season 1. It's the same studio, but this was not the same team. That studio within it, it was a different director. It wasn't Kitagawa, if I remember correctly. No, Kitagawa did direct some of them, but not all of them. But it was not the same studio that did season 1, or the same team within the studio that did season 1. They were working on another an animated movie, apparently. So maybe, Also, this season didn't really need unbelievably gorgeous animation. There weren't a lot of fights in the season. It's just not what was in the material. But it was still really fucking good, and I'm still glad that it exists and we got to see it. Hey, if you didn't finish or you didn't see season 2 of Frieren, you should watch that. It's good fucking shit. In the last episode 11, we found out that the neighboring invading country is targeting Arut's hometown family. And Arut chooses to go on her own. She's like, look, if we get bailed out, we're barely engaged. We're not married yet. If you bail us out, that'll bring dishonor to the family. I'm not don't come. So Van is like, all right, I won't go, but take all these people with you as your escort. So he sends a bunch of adventurers and the party that have been there since day one, Orthos party. He basically sends all those people with her to just, escort her there. And then, hey, if while they're doing escort duty, shit hits the fan, they got to defend themselves, of course. So, it's helping without directly being there and helping. He's not sending his knights. He's not going in person. Arut gets there and finds out that the area is being attacked, and the house is under duress, and Arut kind of figures out, or doesn't figure out, says okay, I have to step up. Her mother and her older sister are at the castle. And so Rut uses her magic, her puppet, her battle warrior puppet that she can control because she's a marionette mage. The puppet goes into battle, and it draws the attention to the group away from the other soldiers and the castle town. So it does have some benefit, but it also brings in, it's going to be tough. And then so Rut is just like, hey, Ortho, hey, adventurers, I would love some help here. Rut's puppet loses an arm, but can still move around and fight. They defeat the enemy soldiers, but also, hey, there are still wyverns. That is still a thing they have to deal with. But our girl Rut, she is not that helpless because, don't worry, our guy Van did give her a backup, which is another puppet. So the other puppet shows up and manages to defeat the wyverns, and she has to control two puppets at once, and she does her best, and the enemy forces retreat, and that leaves Rut's father to be like, hey, Rut is the hero here. And then so Rut's mother feels regret about how they treated her, which is okay, sure. And Rut does not go back to the castle. She does not go home fully because she knows that would just make things even more harmful. And she heads back to Van and her actual home, her found family home. Her future husband and the people that support her and treat her right. And she gets a great response, a great reaction when she comes back, and Van cheers her up because she's feeling down. And it is a nice little sweet moment. Our guy is doing the right thing. And we see that Van is doing some more improvements to the town, and kind of has flashbacks to what the town was like before he arrived. And then he finds himself stuck in an argument between his butler and his servant. And so he runs to get out of there. And that's the end of the episode and the end of the series. I've mentioned this before. Parts of episode 11 are beyond where the manga is, so I don't know. This is everything that happened in this episode is new to me only as a manga reader. I imagine the battle is probably longer, and I imagine this like self-reflection kind of joke of like him running away from people arguing and dragging in the middle of it probably isn't in the manga. This is probably a tacked on little like it most likely they go from a Rut being awesome to, okay, now we have to like save the other parts of the country. Like there's still more to do. And they like kind of don't acknowledge that the war isn't over because it's episode 12 and they don't have the time to do the whole finish the war arc. I'm guessing. I don't actually know for sure, but I'm guessing that they just kind of like tacked on a little ending. If you're looking for a chill, kind of like overpowered main character isekai, this is one of them. I still think it's pretty likable. It's still pretty fun. You could do worse. This season, you could do worse. But yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. I think it's pretty okay. I'm not saying that if this is not the one show this season that you should go back to and check out. There are other shows. I would say Hell Mode. If you suddenly find yourself with High Dive, Hell Mode was a fun show this season. There are shows that I would say are better use of your time, of your 6 hours or so, to watch those episodes. I would say, yeah, you should probably fucking watch Frieren more than anything else. Let's see, what else did I need to do here? I just wanted to quickly check something, so pardon me. Yeah, if I was going to recommend some shows for people to watch this season, I mean, I would say, like, Journal with Witch is absolutely devastating, but totally worth watching, and you should watch that. Oh, these are the beam sabers, by the way. Isekai Office Worker, Invisible Man and His Soon-to-Be Wife is really fucking good. As I mentioned, Hell Mode is kind of fun. And, you know, Frieren, Journal with Witch, these are all good ones. I mean, I think a Gentle Noble's Vacation recommendation is not great, but it's good. It's a good anime. I don't think it's a great anime, but it's fun. This is the backpack, and we are just about done here with that. And we are also at the point where it's time to talk about ways that you can support the channel. Everything I'm about to talk about here is optional. No, what am I saying here? Sorry. Wow, Pat. I just started doing my pause the cause spiel instead of. Now is the part of the stream where I want to hear from you. What are you up to? What are you into? What are you watching? Yes, Lord Crashing, it was a big brain fart. I said, now's the part of the stream, and there are two ways that can go. And I went with the one that I already did. But yeah, are you playing any video games? You watching anything? You doing any fun stuff? Do you get up to anything this weekend? You watch any good panels from PAX East? You playing any video games? You finishing off your month with anything? Do you have any subscriptions you need to cancel because you don't want to pay for them on April 1st? Jesus. April 1st. I'm very out of it. Seems like. Is there anything on April 1st that you're like, shit, I don't want to pay for that? Now's the part of the good time to cancel those things. Get out of there before you get auto-renewed. Do you need a nap, Pat? Lord Crashington, it's been a Monday. It's been a fucking Monday. And so my apologies if I'm a little scatterbrained on some stuff. There was some, of course, euphoria today about paying off that debt that I've been dealing with for 5.5 years. So there's a little bit of that, but also there's some other stuff going on that I refuse to get into because I don't have to, but it's still weighing on me. I hope to have good news about some personal stuff that I'm not going to get into here. But yeah, it's a lot. I'm feeling it a little out of sorts today. So my apologies. All right, we have the weapons left to build and the shield. This gun neither the gun nor the bazooka require any stickers, which is great. There's only going to be stickers on the shield. So let's do this thing. Lashbrook says, I'm hoping to cancel Crunchyroll, but I think I'm going to have to give it another month. Lashbrook, that happens. I understand. Sometimes you're just like, shit, well, there's a thing that I would like to watch. I have Netflix now because there will be stuff I want to be watching on Netflix, and it's Dorohedoro, but it's other things as well. I want to watch some anime on Netflix this coming season. So I got it this week. When I have time, I'll be watching season 2 of the live action One Piece. I'm going to make a point of watching that finally because now I have Netflix. I'm also going to be probably. I'm trying to by May cancel Peacock because I don't use it ever. But my mom watches like one show that's on Peacock, so I might have to get it. Like I got a year of it last May or last April or whatever. I think I got it in the beginning of May. So yeah, so it'll go away at the end. But my mom watches like one spin-off of a thing that is only on Peacock, and I don't think it might be moving to NBC, in which case Holy shit, that would be great. I would love it to move to NBC. It sounds like it might be moving to NBC, and then I will be able to just not have to pay for that for another year for a thing I don't use. But basically, I'm going to find out. I'm going to cancel it and then see if they'll give me a like, hey, for $20, we'll give you a year, which is the deal they gave me last year. And then before that, I had a year of $2 a month, and before that, I had a year of $1 a month, which was great. But this one was like $20 for a year, pay up front. And I was like, that's not what I want to do. But I did do it. It's the wrong piece. This piece goes somewhere else. That's I believe that is on something else. That is not a gun part that I need to put on here. Lord Crash says, I missed the Giant Bomb PAX panels, but I'm looking forward to their new show, Portal Pals, with Mike Minotti and Mary Kish playing Portal 2 co-op together. That sounds fun. This is meant with love. I appreciate that Mary Kish seems to understand that there is an audience out there that is interested in watching her suffer fools. Again, I like Mike. This is not a dig on Mike. But there are some people out there that want to see Mary Kish have a good time having a bad time with people. So again, that is not meant to be a dig. That is just an observation. But yeah, that sounds fun. That's nice. I've been playing Hearthstone. I've been prepping. He's good target for Mary's frustrations, indeed. But yeah, I've been playing Hearthstone because I got my stream tomorrow because there was the new expansion this month, and so I have been playing that and trying to get that shit together so that I can talk about that on or show you some good dumb decks. I have 3 decks that are brand new just for this expansion, and of course I got my old standbys that are still good decks. Actually, I have 4 decks. But one of them doesn't really use a lot of new cards. It doesn't use new mechanics or new cards. It was a standard deck that is now a wild deck because the main card went to wild. So now I have to play it in wild. So I've changed the deck around a little bit to use some wild cards that I couldn't use previously. It's all right. It's not as good because it gives you 10 legendaries that all cost 1. And they get shoveled in your deck. But the problem is that it's wild, so some of the legendaries are bad and not good to get. So the pool is too large. But I'm still playing around with it. It's still fun. Speaking of Crunchyroll, I am now caught up on One Piece in time for season 2 to start next week. Oh yes, that is technically true. One Piece is now going season, kind of like they said, like, oh, that was the end of the first season, which is very silly. Very excited for, oh yes, tell them not to make me cry for a change of pace. Yes, things are going to be happening in One Piece. Some stuff will be happening on that show. You can watch and enjoy. I'm going to push this like this. Got a gun done. Now it's time to build the other weapon on here. Get to other weapon going here. And then we got to build the shield. And then we're done with this kit, I guess. Huh. I didn't think I'd be finishing tonight, but I definitely am. Well, other things. Let's see. Are there other games that I've been playing? I mean, I'm playing... I just started one of the DLCs in Fallout 4. I'm playing the Mechanist. I just beat the Mechanist and finished the DLC, but now I have the Mechanist's lair. So now I have a new area to build in. It's one of the worst settlements in the game, but I'm still going to build in there and build it out because that's fun. And then I gotta dismiss Ada, the robot, because I don't want to travel with Ada anymore. I broke my rule for this playthrough because this playthrough, the rule was the only companion that I have and use is Piper, but you need a robot companion to open doors in the end of the Mechanist, so I had to break that rule. And of course, I also, for a brief period of time, had Dogmeat as a companion, but that's just because I wanted Dogmeat to hang out. So now I gotta go and I gotta send Ada to Grey Garden. That's where all the robots go. If you're a robot, you go hang out in Grey Garden. That does mean this is one of the first playthroughs I've ever had where I've done the vault to get Curie, and then not. I don't plan on this playthrough of Fallout 4 to spend any time with Curie. So I will not be getting to the point where she needs a body to inhabit. I'm not going to give her a brain dead synth's body to take over because that's fucking weird. But yeah, I broke my Piper only, but it does mean that I didn't. It wasn't a human. It was Ada. It was artificial intelligence robot with some personality, but it's not fully cheating. All right. Let's get this rocket launcher built here. Bazooka, I should say. Get this bazooka on. Good old Bazooka Joe. But yeah, if anybody else has anything they've been playing or watching or anything they want to talk about, let me know in the chat. Feel free to jump in on that stuff. There is a night mode coming to Dorf Romantic to celebrate their 5 years, which is crazy. It does not feel like that long ago. That's coming sometime this summer. And there's also a couple other things coming that are free updates. And so I will probably be playing Dorf Romantic this summer as like nostalgia. I don't know when that's coming out. Okay, so here's the thing. I think, I'm pretty sure, Lord Crash, and they said 5 years. Let me check. I'm pretty sure that in 2021 was when I played Dorf Romantic for the first time. Let me, yep, 5 years of Cozy Landscapes. They got night mode coming for their anniversary update. The anniversary update will be sometime this summer. I think that includes early access because I got on this game very early. Yeah, they're going to have some paid DLC. And then the free anniversary has, they're going to do 2 updates, I guess. One is night mode, which people have been asking for a really long time. That's going to be part of it. Integrated leaderboards will be part of the update 2. Which means that you don't have to go to Steam to look at the leaderboards. You can just look at them in game. That feels like something that they could have done previously, but whatever. And those are coming. The anniversary update will be. Oh, and also they're working on a mobile version of the game. This was a student project at first, and then they've continued to work on it. Starbirds. Small indie team. Oh, Starbirds is their other game, which I've never played, and maybe I should at some point. Maybe at some point I should play Starbirds, but I have not. So yeah, I will probably play that this summer. I should also say, I am aware that coming in April, there will be the first paid expansion to Power Wash Simulator 2. The pack is coming April 9th. So here's how things normally work. So as many of you know, the second Tuesday of the month is Patreon's choice. That is where my $3, $5, and $10 patrons vote on what I play. Since the expansion is coming out on the 9th, you would think that I would be playing it on the 14th, but that is the Patreon choice, so it will be up for a poll. I didn't want to push it back a week, so if people can vote for me to play that on stream, and people can vote for me to play other things. And if they don't vote for it, if it doesn't win the poll, then I'll just play it on the next week, the 21st. I'll just choose to do that, which is fine. I have no problem doing that. But I think it'll probably win the poll. They did put out a little like animated GIF of some stuff to kind of promote it, and Gunther is there, and you are cleaning up you apparently every mess that we are cleaning up was caused by the Ice King. So that fucking guy. It's gonna be fun to play a thing based on a property I know well, but haven't thought about a lot of small details from in a very fucking long time. It has been a long time since I thought about small minutia in Adventure Time, a very big fucking show with a lot of goddamn lore. So that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to like see how much of that world I remember. All we have left here is the shield. We're going to finish this kit tonight. I did not think I'd be wrapping it up, but I am wrapping it up, which means that I will start a poll tomorrow for my $10 patron, or sorry, my $10 patrons. I'll start a poll tomorrow about what I work on next. Get that out there. People can tell me what they want to see. Oh, if you're wondering about the beam sabers for this kit, it's pink. They're pink, and they look nice. Nice beam sabers on this thing. Here. I'm going to save them. This goes in my part pile. I do have the parts pile, and I will be saving that for that, because sometimes you just need a beam saber, and you're like, ah, shit. This kit doesn't come with beam sabers, but this would be cool with one. Right, pull them out there. Okay. So all we have left is the big stickers here that actually, even though it's the end of the stream, and as you are well aware, I do fucking hate that. I do hate that I have to put stickers on here. But this shouldn't be too bad, because they are big stickers. So this should not be a problem. Lord Crash says, I'm looking forward to playing Raycoin tomorrow, the coin pusher roguelike game. Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds neat. I hope you have a good time with that. Next Tuesday, which will be the first Tuesday of the month, I'm finally going to play Piece by Piece, a game I bought this month but didn't end up having time to play. So I do look forward to checking that shit out, because it looks neat. And also, as I said, I paid for it, so I would like to play the game that I bought. I did get it on sale, though. I got it on the spring sale, so. All right. Whoops, that did not work. I did not get that on. I'm going to try to realign this up here. One of the downsides of big stickers is if you don't get if you don't do it right the first time, it's hard to adjust it, but whatever. That looks fine. This is not perfect, but for 10:43 p.m. Eastern time, where I am not fully there, I think that is doing just fine. I'm gonna make garlic. I'm gonna make cheesy garlic bread. I know that's coming out of nowhere, but that is the thing that I'm making after this stream, and I'm looking forward to that. Cool off this room because it's getting fucking warm in here, and make cheesy garlic bread. I have already pre-toasted pieces of Italian bread that I'm gonna drench in olive oil and garlic, and then top with mozzarella cheese and just broil to kind of cook up the garlic, and then also just melt the cheese on top because the bread is already toasted. And it's going to be really fucking good. And my breath is going to stink, but who cares? It'll be worth it. But yeah, this bread otherwise has already been toasted, so it's time to make use of it. And I thought the best way to make use of it would be to eat it as cheesy garlic bread. That sounds good. I got stuff to make burgers this week. Hell yeah, Lastbrook. I just had a burger today. I didn't do all the fixins, but I just cooked a burger for dinner. Had my leftovers. Yesterday, I made popcorn chicken, and it was great. I was chicken for dinner, and I didn't want to, I just wanted to have something different that I haven't had in a while. So I had 2 chicken thighs, and so I just chopped them up into small pieces, did an egg wash, and then we already had breadcrumbs that had Italian seasoning already in them. And so I just added a little paprika and some salt, and then rolled them around there, and then put them on a wire rack so that they heated from the top and the bottom, which is good for small little pieces like that. Chicken thigh can take so much heat, but it still want to make it look good. And that worked out fucking great. All right, I need B37. So to put this on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece off here, and I'm going to swap on B37. Oh, wait, no, that's what this is, right? No, B37. B37 is this piece here. Great. So, yeah. You can just make your own popcorn chicken. It's pretty easy, especially if you're using, especially if you're just using oops. Wrong way. Especially if you're just using the chicken thighs, because they take a lot of heat. All right, so then this goes on like that. Is that right? No. Whatever. There. Now the shield is on the arm. Put the hand there. Put the shield there so we can see. We've got the bazooka primed and ready. The bazooka makes it hard for this other beam saber to go on. So I'm going to take this beam saber off. And because we have a couple minutes anyway, so why not? Who cares? I'll put the beam saber on. Hell yeah. And now we got the beam saber, and this kit is completed. We're done. We did it. The white Gundam, the RX-782, but the Gquuuuuux version of the RX-782 is built. It is a pretty cool Gundam. I like it. It is certainly not my favorite RX-782, but it's a pretty good RX-782. Oh yeah, we can. Yeah, we'll just give this a little marker here. We got a little time left in the stream, so I'll just do this. Just do the outline of the symbol here. Stickers, I could have done a better job on the shield, but that's okay. I do not care. Could not care less about that. I did my best. You know what I can do is I can tell you. Toss those over there. Here's the box. Compared to there's the box. Let's see. Break that box down. And then put this stuff over here because that's gonna go in. That's just trash. We'll take a photo of this. I'll tell you what the poll is going to be. I'm going to put 3 things in a Patreon poll for my $10 patrons tomorrow. And I'll tell you about, I'll tell you 2 of them because I have 2 of them already on here. One of the options will be, we can get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. Megatron. I want to compare and contrast the expensive $40 version with the cheaper $20 version. So this is the $20 version of Megatron. I'll make it bigger so you can see what we're looking at here. So I want to compare and contrast the two versions. So I bought this one. So that is an option that might get picked by my patrons. My $10 patrons also might pick the Python, which is is supposed to be the Serpent Gundam, but of course it's not the Serpent Gundam, because this is made by a third party. Literally, the box is just a brown cardboard box. It's nice box, but it's like it doesn't have any markings. This is not a bootleg in the sense that it is pretending to be a Bandai kit. It is a Bandai kit built from the ground up by a third-party company to do the Serpent Gundam, it's not Serpent Gundam, the Serpent High Grade, which is a model kit from Endless Waltz, is the grunt from Endless Waltz, but it is a modern interpretation of that because Bandai's not doing it. It's filling the need. So I got that. This is the second third-party kit that I will have built on stream. We built the horse from G Gundam as a third party that was bad. So hopefully this is better than that. But it'll be good to try it out. So I have that. That is in the poll. And then, I don't have a photo of this. So I'll add it really quick in here. I do have it other places. So this will be there. Here is the other option that I have, which is the Mega Mini Motion Golbat. What's that? This photo is fucking huge. That photo is huge. Oops. Undo, transform. Make it smaller. Stick it in the corner. Make it smaller. Stick it in the corner. Make it smaller. Now I can make it bigger so you can see. But this is another option, which is it moves around. We've done that once before. This just looked neat, and it's fun to do Mega because Mega is a pretty good goddamn company. Also, I always forget that Golbat doesn't have like a bottom jaw, like a pronounced bottom jaw, so that's always funny to be reminded of that. And so I would like to have that in brick form. I gotta get some Lego to the backlog. The backlog right now does not have any Lego, and I need to change that. That is a mistake. I do have one brick kit, but that's it. So I will be getting some Lego in the future, and also, of course, my Amazon wish list. If you want to buy a Lego set for me to build, you can always just buy it off the wish list. But I should have that. And that's gonna do it for tonight. That's how we end this stream. Is we go on a raid. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. But I also hope you come on this raid. That is how we end every stream around here. We're always going to go find someone doing cool stuff and go spend some time with them so the party doesn't stop. It's a Monday. And Mary Kish is playing Mio. And then I guess later she's going to play Hazy. But she's playing Mio, Memories in Orbit right now. And so let's go hang out with Mary Kish because Mary rules. We love Mary around here. So let's go see what Mary's up to. And then a reminder that my stream tomorrow is not a model kit building stream. It is a stream where I am going to be playing a video game, Hearthstone. They had a new expansion this month, and so I got new decks to try out, and one of them is so silly that I really love playing. It takes a while to set up, and I might not be able to pull it off, but it's a very goofy combo that I think you will like. Anyway, please come and hang out with me tomorrow for that. Thanks so much for being here. Come along on this raid. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Sorry. Good night, Pat. See you tomorrow on Jeff's stream. Surely only good news. Yes, I will be. Yes, Jeff Gerstmann will be recording his podcast, and I will be there in chat, and it will be a time. Thanks for being here. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.